With that down and out of the way, let's talk about this. Another team within the Call of Duty scene who has had one of the richest histories within COD in a different way than, say, Optic, who were just absolutely insane when it came to, the competitive side of COD. These guys, that being fazeclan, were known as trickshotters and snipers who, of course, created a Call of Duty team that plays at the highest level of Call of Duty. And in the Call of Duty League, they have Atlanta Faze. But I want to talk about Faze specifically because a lot of the changes that are happening, which, by the way, a lot of these changes I'm seeing from Faze, I absolutely love. They're doing a lot of IRL streaming, IRL-based content. They are definitely bringing some of the OGs back to Faze, but they've also got a bunch of new people, and that's, big shout out to Faze Banks. He is the best when it comes to finding new talent, young talent that are hungry for, an opportunity to really build something special, and he's consistently found awesome people and very funny people, really, talented people when it comes to from the IRL world, gaming world, all these different things. And so the question lies, though, has Faze lost its way in terms of trickshotting and sniping? Like, are they ever going to come back to the trickshotting and sniping community? Let's talk about it. So look, guys, I think that with the change over at fazeclan, where Faze Banks has decided to take a little bit of a different approach, I think that there's definitely a possibility where there will be trick shotters and snipers that are in Faze, but I don't believe that they're going to be the focal point of the team. The focal point are going to be the personalities that are on camera, the IRL guys, the streamers that are doing 24/7 live streaming, doing IRL-based content, throwing PCs into a pool and destroying an entire neighborhood. I mean, like, whatever it is, I think that's more the direction that Faze is taking instead of, trick shotting and sniping. Call of Duty trick shotting and sniping, guys, is a very niche community. It's a small community of people. Yes, there's a lot of people who love watching trick shotting and sniping and do trick shot and snipe, but at the same time, it's a smaller community to the overarching, franchise of Call of Duty. It's kind of like when we think of like pro players in the competitive scene, it's very small compared to Call of Duty as a whole, and trick shotting and sniping is even smaller than that. Faze still has guys like Faze Scope, who's one of the best snipers I've ever seen, like an absolute god at sniping at the highest level in Call of Duty. Could we see more guys like that? It's very possible, but I think that Banks is just taking a different approach, because even like Faze Scope putting together a montage of clips, they're not putting it on the Faze channel. They're putting it on their X page, and that's still awesome. I'm glad that they're giving like a kudos to the Call of Duty community, but at the same time, they're going in a different direction. So will Faze ever return to trick shotting and sniping? I have a feeling that that's no longer going to happen. But look, guys, here's the bottom line. Trick shotting and sniping will continue to be a thing as long as we in the community continue creating that content. Whether it's some of the bigger teams, the smaller teams are creating content around trick shotting and sniping, there's still something to be said for this community. It's up to us, though, as members of the trick shotting and sniping community to really keep it alive. And you never know, now with Black Ops 6 coming out, it could be the best trick-shotting game we've had since Black Ops 2. It's very possible. When you have a team like fazeclan, though, that is no longer a part of it at all, really, obviously the viewership and everybody who's like watching this content and wants to get more and more of it is not going to be as much. But like I said, I still think there's a lot of us in the community who really enjoy trick shotting and sniping content on YouTube. So we as the players in the community need to continue creating that content, because there's definitely people out there that want to watch it. But the question is for all of you, what do you guys think about this? Will Faze ever return to trick shotting and sniping, create like a trick shotting team, a sniping team? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section down below, and let's have a real conversation about it.